Have you ever wondered how your daily habits impact your life? Every action, every choice, every repeated behavior you engage in is a building block that shapes your existence. These habits, whether they're as simple as your morning coffee routine or as complex as your thought patterns, have the power to dictate the quality of your life. Now imagine if we could harness this power through the wisdom of Stoicism. Stoicism, an ancient Greek philosophy, offers profound insights into the human condition, teaching us how to live with virtue, wisdom, and tranquility. By translating these principles into daily habits, we can unlock a life of greater serenity and fulfillment. These Stoic habits aren't an overnight fix. They require practice and patience. But with time, they have the potential to transform your mindset, your character, and ultimately, your life. Dive in with us as we explore 15 Stoic habits that can transform your life. First off, let's talk about the importance of focus and control. Stoic philosophy teaches us the significance of centering our attention on elements within our power. Think about it. How much of our energy, our time, our emotional bandwidth is wasted on matters far beyond our control? Redirecting this energy towards things we can affect, like our actions, our responses, and above all our thoughts, can bring a profound shift in our lives. So channel your focus, not on changing the things you can't, but on harnessing your thoughts and responses to them. Moving on, let's embrace challenges. Stoicism isn't about avoiding difficulties, it's about viewing them as opportunities for growth. When faced with an obstacle, instead of asking "why me?" try asking "what can this teach me?" Embracing challenges this way not only strengthens our character but also instills a sense of purpose in our lives. So, next time you face a hurdle, remember it's not a setback, it's a setup for a comeback. Lastly, let's delve into mindfulness. In the hustle and bustle of our daily lives, it's easy to lose ourselves in the past's regrets or the future's anxieties. But Stoicism encourages us to be present, to live in the here and now. It's about appreciating the moment, the breath you're taking, the feeling of the sun on your skin, the joy in a child's laughter. Practicing mindfulness allows us to experience life as it unfolds, without the cloud of past regrets or future worries. So, there you have it. 3 powerful Stoic habits. Focusing on what you can control, embracing challenges, and practicing mindfulness. Each plays an integral role in shaping our perspective and response to life's ups and downs. Remember, it's all about your perspective and how you respond to situations. In the words of the great Stoic philosopher Epictetus, we cannot choose our external circumstances, but we can always choose how we respond to them. Now let's move on to cultivating virtue and accepting the natural course of events. The Stoics believed that the pursuit of virtue is the highest good. Virtue in this context isn't about moral superiority. It's about striving for excellence in character. It's about developing wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. It's about being the best version of ourselves we can be. Each day is an opportunity to cultivate these virtues, to grow and to improve. It's about becoming a beacon of light in a world that often seems dark. This ties in with the next habit, accepting the natural course of events. This doesn't mean passively accepting everything that happens, but rather understanding that there are things beyond our control. It's about grasping the fact that we can't change the weather, the past, or the actions of others. What we can control, however, are our reactions and attitudes towards these events. By accepting the natural course of events, we can remain calm in the face of adversity and adapt gracefully to life's inevitable changes. Then there's the practice of self-reflection. This is a powerful tool for personal growth. It involves regularly examining our thoughts and actions and seeking self-improvement. Self-reflection allows us to learn from our experiences, understand our motivations, and make necessary adjustments to our behavior. It's about taking a step back, looking at our lives objectively and asking, what can I do better? How can I grow from this experience? In essence, these 3 habits, cultivating virtue, accepting the natural course of events, and practicing self-reflection, are interconnected. They're about striving for personal excellence, gracefully adapting to life's changes, and constantly seeking self-improvement. They're about building resilience, developing wisdom, and fostering a sense of inner peace. By practicing these habits, you can build your character and learn to adapt to life's ups and downs. Scene script. Next, we delve into the importance of resilience, living in accordance with nature, and finding joy in simplicity. Let's start with resilience. Resilience is the mental toughness that allows us to bounce back from adversity. It's about viewing setbacks as temporary and using them as opportunities to come back stronger. Life is full of challenges, but with resilience, we can turn these challenges into stepping stones towards personal growth. It's like the old saying goes, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. So, strive to develop resilience. Embrace the tough times, learn from them, and rise above. Now let's move on to living in accordance with nature. This is about aligning our actions with the natural order of things, striving for harmony and balance in our lives. It's about understanding the world around us and our place within it. When we live in accordance with nature, we're in tune with the rhythm of life. We're not fighting against the current, but rather flowing with it. This doesn't mean retreating into the wilderness, but rather recognizing and respecting the natural flow of life and our interconnectedness with the world around us. Lastly, we have the habit of finding joy in simplicity. In our modern world, we're often told that more is better. More money, more possessions, more experiences. But the Stoics teach us that there's a richness in leading a modest life, in finding joy in simple pleasures. It's about detaching ourselves from material desires and appreciating what we have. A warm cup of coffee in the morning, a good book, a meaningful conversation with a friend. These are the simple pleasures that bring true happiness. Incorporating these habits into our lives can be transformative. They help us build mental toughness, foster balance, and find joy in life's simple pleasures. They remind us that it's not what happens to us that matters, but how we respond, that we're part of something bigger, and that true happiness comes not from external possessions, but from within. These habits will help you build mental toughness, foster balance, and find joy in life's simple pleasures. Let's now explore the benefits of courage, gratitude, and integrity. The journey to self-improvement often starts with a single step, a step that takes courage. Facing your fears isn't about the absence of fear. It's about acknowledging those fears and deciding to confront them head-on. Each time you face a fear, you take away a little of its power. You empower yourself and realize that the fear that once seemed so overwhelming is just an illusion. It's a daunting task, yes, but every act of courage, no matter how small, is a victory. Now imagine a world where we focus more on what we have rather than what we lack. That's the power of gratitude. It's about recognizing and appreciating the blessings that are already present in our lives. The simple act of being thankful can shift our perspective, creating a positive outlook and a resilient spirit. It's not about ignoring life's challenges, but rather finding the good amidst those challenges. Gratitude is a catalyst for happiness. Lastly, there's integrity, a virtue that's all about being true to oneself. Living with integrity means acting in accordance with your values, even when no one is watching. It's about being honest, just, and consistent in all situations. Integrity is the backbone of a strong character. It's the compass that guides you when the path is unclear. When you live with integrity, you command respect, not just from others but from yourself as well. In the grand tapestry of life, these virtues of courage, gratitude, and integrity are the threads that add color, texture, and depth. They transform an ordinary life into an extraordinary one. It's not always easy to face our fears, to be grateful in the face of adversity, or to act with integrity in a world that often rewards the opposite. But remember, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. And every step taken with courage, every moment appreciated with gratitude, and every decision made with integrity is a step closer to a better, more fulfilling life. By adopting these habits, you can conquer your fears, cultivate a positive mindset, and act in line with your values. Finally, we'll touch on taming your desires, valuing your time, and developing empathy. Stoicism teaches us to manage our desires, to avoid being slaves to our impulses. The key is not to suppress our desires but to control them, seeking contentment in what we have rather than what we don't. Time, often overlooked, is the most valuable asset we possess. It is finite and irreplaceable. Stoicism urges us to use our time wisely, to invest it in pursuits that enrich our lives and those around us, rather than squander it on the trivial. Lastly, empathy, the ability to understand and share the feelings of others. It's a virtue that fosters stronger, more compassionate relationships. Stoic philosophy encourages us to step into another's shoes, to feel their joy, their pain, and in doing so, we become more humane, more considerate. These habits will help you lead a more content, productive, and compassionate life. As we wrap up, let's reflect on the power of these Stoic habits. In our journey through the 15 Stoic habits, we've navigated a path towards a more mindful, resilient, and virtuous life. We've learned how to focus on what we can control, embracing challenges as opportunities for growth, We've seen the power of being present in the moment, appreciating the here and now. We've understood the importance of cultivating virtues like wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. We've learned how to accept the natural course of events with grace and adaptability. We've recognized the value of self-reflection, using it as a tool for continuous improvement and learning. We've talked about the importance of resilience, the ability to view setbacks as temporary and bounce back stronger. We've learned to align our actions with the natural order of the world, striving for harmony and balance in our lives. We've also discovered the joy of simple pleasures, detaching ourselves from material desires and appreciating the richness of a modest life. We've faced our fears, understanding that the more we confront them, the less power they hold over us. We've learned to practice gratitude, focusing on the blessings we have rather than what we lack. We've talked about living with integrity, acting in accordance with our values, and being true to ourselves. We've understood how to tame our desires and impulses, avoiding excess, and finding contentment in what we have. We've recognized the preciousness of time, using it wisely and not squandering it on trivial pursuits. Finally, we've learned about the importance of empathy, understanding others, and making a positive impact on those around us. But remember, these habits aren't a one-time fix. They're practices to be cultivated day by day, with patience and consistency. It's about making small, incremental changes that over time lead to a profound transformation of our character, our mindset, and ultimately, our lives. Remember, the journey to self-improvement is ongoing. With these Stoic habits, you can make each day a step towards a more fulfilling and meaningful life.